Hey Aquarius, how are you? Welcome to your February love reading. My name's Amber. If you've never been into my channel before, please do like, share and subscribe if you do enjoy this video. If you'd like your own personal reading at the end of the video, if you feel that you need further insight, you can always email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'll get on with the reading. Okay, so for February, it looks like basically you're not willing to work on anything. You're not willing to put any more energy into the relationship as it stands, or you may not see a way forward. You may feel that things are kind of out of control. Now, when I was shuffling the cards, Major Arcanas kept falling out, and the Tower card fell out twice. And as I've gone to the back of the deck, we've got the Tower card as the fourth card in. I don't usually go more than 3 cards in, to be honest with you. But it's just interesting how the Tower card is still quite close to being seen. So I feel like there's some sort of major change. Again, we've got the Chariot card here in reverse. So this could be like a complete breakdown of a relationship, or complete breakdown of a family even. Where things may have been going quite smoothly at one point, have reached kind of a screeching halt, or kind of you've lost control of the wheel, or things are just a little bit up in the air at the moment. I feel a decision may need to be made as well. So yeah, that's just the first kind of energies that popped out. So if they relate to you, then hopefully that will help in some way to know that spirit is aware, and yeah, hopefully this reading will help. So you've got your card here as to how your partner felt about you in the past. They were quite hopeful about things. They were willing to give things a try. They were really willing to put the work in and see what could come out of it. And they were feeling quite optimistic, I think, as well. But they did know that it would be a long kind of road, they were more focused on the future. So they knew that maybe things might not be that great now, but you guys felt that you'd put in or your partner felt that they had put in all the right work, made all the right steps to eventually get to that desired goal. So they were kind of just waiting now maybe to hear back from you. Maybe they'd put in the steps, as in taking you out on dates, or responded to your request for dates, or done all the right things, made all the, phoned you at the right time, sent you a card on Valentine's Day, I don't know, just kind of went through the motions, and in the hope that it would lead to something. And they may have felt like they were waiting around for a little bit for a response from you, but they were feeling very hopeful. They do see you as their guiding light in a way. You are quite inspirational to them, and they probably feel really at ease when around you. For them, I don't feel like they don't feel like they were taking a risk on you. They felt like it was a worthwhile, and even if it was a risk for whatever reason, they feel like it was like totally worthwhile and really beneficial, and they just felt very, very positive about the relationship. So we've got the Princess of Pentacles for how you felt in the past. So you may be quite hesitant about making a commitment with the Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles is someone who wants to make a commitment, but she's kind of toying with the idea, and she's kind of figuring out whether or not, like, what her investment is actually even worth, like, and what she can possibly get out of it, like, where will it take her. So she's still pondering and still asking questions around commitment. So she wants to do it, but she's got a lot of questions to ask her, and so is therefore not quite making a commitment. Furthermore, she just wants to get some more information maybe before she does make that commitment. So that's probably how you felt at the time, like ready but not quite ready, Okay, so currently we've got the Nine of Swords and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So obviously something has changed for your partner. They don't want to be alone anymore. They've had enough, and they're quite upset about the situation at the moment. They're overthinking things. They're thinking possibly what they've done wrong in the past. They maybe don't know why they've had to wait for so long, or why you haven't responded to them. Because the Chariot card also talks about not just things being out of control, but things just not moving forward. It's like you're not wanting to push it forward. You want things to stay as they are. You don't want any changes. It could also mean that you don't want to make a decision as well with the Chariot card. You just don't want to move forward with something, and your partner is feeling quite upset about it because they feel like they've done something wrong, they've said the wrong thing, they could have done something differently, and they're beating themselves up about it. And I don't think here with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, they just don't want to be on their own anymore. They're done with it. Like, they may have thought that they were going to be entering into a relationship with you, and I don't think they really like to be alone by the looks of it. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is one step up from the Nine of Pentacles. So you currently feel quite. You may feel with the 10 that you've come to the end of the road on something. Like, you've kind of feel like you've got all you can out of the situation, or you don't feel like it can really go any further. But you're quite happy with that. Like, it's not really that upsetting to you. Or it could possibly mean that you do actually see this person as someone that you could have a long-term relationship with, and you do see this person as being a permanent person in your life regardless. So it could be that you still want to remain good friends with this person. You just don't want it to go in the direction that it's going in. Like, you may not want a relationship, and maybe this person has said, you know, I know we've been friends for a long time, but I'd like it to move into more of a relationship between you both. And maybe you just feel like you're thinking long term about things as well with the Ten of Pentacles. You're not just thinking of now. So you could be thinking it's really going to work in the future. I really want us to have a positive future moving forward, so maybe relationship isn't best. And the reason why I say this is because you've got the Ace of Cups here in reverse. So it could be that you're just not really feeling it. Like, subconsciously, you could just be not ready for love. Like, deep down inside of you, you're just not that romantic, not feeling that romantic. You're not feeling like offering a cup of love. You're just not feeling it. Like, you may have a lot of love for this person, but not in a romantic way. Just kind of getting that. And maybe you didn't know that before. Maybe, you know, you didn't, maybe you did kind of think, you know, maybe I'll make a commitment to this person with the Princess of Pentacles. Like, maybe we could make something work, but should I, shouldn't I? Like, is it really going to work? And, you know, and I think you may have found yourself saying, no, like, I really do love you as a friend, but I just don't see us working out. And I think it's been a hard decision for you to make. I think it's taken you a little while to come to this conclusion. And your partner is just probably feeling really silly. Maybe that's what the Nine of Swords is about. Just like, oh, why did I say that? Why did I ask them out? I look so stupid now. Have I ruined the friendship? You know. And ultimately, they just don't want to be alone as well. They could be an earth sign, most definitely. And I think that you've known them for a long time, or you hope to have them in your life for a long time, and you see them as part of your family. It could be that they're just so close that it's just too close, you know. Especially with the Chariot card here. The Chariot card also represents family. So it could be that, you know, you just see this person as family and not really anything more. But it's taken you some time to maybe realise that maybe it took you guys actually going out on a date and actually, you know, becoming romantic, and then, you know, you come into the realisation that this is not what you want, you know. But there's definitely a lot of love here. You just don't want any sort of new love, any new beginning. You're quite happy with how things are. Your partner, or this person, I can't even remember, they may not be your partner anymore, but your person, let's say, it's got the Hanged Man reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this person's really like feeling like upset about it. They really are taking it upon them. They're really taking it personal. Like, they really think like it's something that, like, they're not good enough. It's kind of, I think this person feels quite insecure, so like a little bit insecure, maybe needed validation from you in some way. So do be gentle with this person. I know that usually air signs can be quite straight to the point, and not so in their feelings about things, and quite matter of fact, which is great. But I think in this particular situation, you may need to, you know, remember that you do really care about this person and look after how they feel, and, you know, try your best to keep them from taking it too hard on themselves. If you have the opportunity, it may be that you're just casual friends, you know, You could work together, you know, that's what this kind of solidarity might be. And yeah, I just think that they feel pretty bad about it. And with the Hanged Man, it is in reverse. So this person's kind of tired of waiting anyway. They're, I think they're just trying to keep their head straight. They're trying to not succumb to a lot of the negative feelings that they're feeling. And I just feel like they're tired of waiting as well. Like they're not waiting anymore, because the more they wait, the more they're questioning their own self-worth and whether or not they have got something to offer. This person looks like it's definitely an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn. Okay, so your partner's intentions here with the Two of Coins and Ace of Wands, sorry, is you know, they're making a choice. They're tired of juggling and wondering maybe, and things being up in the air, and their intentions are to stop doing that, to stop juggling, to stop feeling out of sorts, to stop feeling like they're in limbo. As much fun as it may have been, maybe the initial excitement of kind of having this choice is worn off now, and they want a new start. They either want a new start with you and it to start, or they're going to probably just, you know, remain single and do their thing. But they've got no intention of continuing to pursue you. I don't feel they've kind of given up in a sense. They don't want to juggle. They just want a new start. And we've got you with the Five of Cups there, where you're over it. You're like spilt milk, done, ready to move on. Like you're not even in your emotions. And if you were upset about something, like your intentions are to just let it go and move on. You're not wanting to get caught up in your feelings and get upset about things. You want to kind of keep a level head and not get too overly emotional with things, and maybe just try to keep this friendship as non-emotional as possible, you know, and just be very matter of fact about things, and just not be crying over spilt milk, and just, you know, being very matter of fact and just moving forward with things. So kind of like acting like nothing ever happened. That's your intention, is kind of act like nothing really happened, which can work to an extent, but then it could also make that person feel you're being insensitive. So again, I definitely would like remember that you do really care about this person, and it is affecting their self-esteem, or they're questioning their own value. So I would, if you do care about this person, or you care about their well-being, like it may be a good idea to let them know that you do have that kind of respect for them, and that you do see them as someone that's permanent in your life, but you just unfortunately aren't interested in a relationship right now, or you're not interested in them in that way, but you still think they're fantastic or whatever. So you might need to do a bit of that. So in the near future, we've got the Prince of Swords reversed and the Ace of Pentacles. So this person in the future, again, could be quite unstable, could be quite scattered, and maybe they may feel like they don't really understand you. Like you might be quite confusing to them. They may be quite upset with you as well. They could kind of see you as the bad guy a little bit here with the Prince of Swords reversed. They may see you as someone who isn't very emotionally available, isn't tactful, just says things. Or they may become that way with you, become quite rude with you, abrupt, being very matter of fact, like, okay, well, fine, you know, that kind of attitude. Like, so yeah, they may be in their feelings a little bit, but they are starting over for themselves. Maybe that is their way of regaining their self-esteem with the Ace of Pentacles, that enables them to have a new start, maybe to completely kind of cut you off in some way. The Prince of Swords could also mean that someone who just kind of makes a quick decision for a new beginning in another direction just because they were convinced at the time that it was the best thing to do, you know, or the right thing to do. Usually with the Prince of Swords, like the most logical, the one that makes sense, the ones that calculate, the choice that added up, you know. Once it adds up, that's enough justification for most of the sword suits to go ahead and make a decision regardless of emotion. So they are getting out of their feelings, and I think it's more so they can actually feel secure again in themselves and have that new start that they do want. You yourself may be trying to contact them with the Princess of Swords. You may still want to, you know, remain friends. You may want to, you know, call them and find out what's going on with them. You may be curious to find out what's going on. You may be kind of untrusting of them in the future because of how they are. So yeah, like I said, like you may be friends and things might be great, and then you, because of the way they act in the future, it makes you kind of suspicious about them. And you may want to kind of, you may have questions like, well, why are you acting that way? So it may really kind of get your back up a little bit, and make you not feel too sure about them, which is completely justified. The Princess of Swords is upright, so it's like you're completely justified in feeling that way if that's the way they're acting. But like I've said, they probably may be acting that way because they feel rejected, basically, and they just maybe don't handle rejection very well. Or maybe not even that. They may have just seen a real future with you. Like I said, they saw you as the star in the beginning. You were like this new, brand new opportunity for them that seemed so promising. They really saw, you know, a real future with you. They really thought that this is going to last. We're going to, you know, the best relationships start from friendships, you know, that kind of really positive. And they just thought, I'm going to put myself out there and I know that, you know, we can make this work. And maybe you haven't really responded. In fact, with the Chariot card, you haven't even possibly even made a decision. Like you're just kind of leaving things in limbo, although this person's had enough and they're not waiting anymore because it's making them feel bad. So they're just dropping the ball, starting new. We've got two aces again here. Sorry, two aces in the previous reading. I think it was Pisces, I think. So yeah, it's like they're just ready for a new beginning. They don't want to wait around anymore. And I think this has probably only really become apparent to you recently. And I think it will, it's like shocking that they probably weren't expecting that. They probably really thought you were interested. And maybe you really thought you were interested, you know. But maybe it just didn't work out that way. And you're having to kind of bite the bullet here. You're going to have to go ahead and maybe tell someone the truth about something, that you've made a choice. And I think as long as you let the person know that it was very hard to make the choice, it kind of does make them maybe feel a little bit validated, like, okay, wow, it wasn't easy for them to make the choice, so, you know, I must not be that bad. So sugar gets you further than vinegar, they say, and there's nothing wrong with being a bit charming or being a bit nice. There's nothing wrong with it. Different to outright lie, but to be a bit tactful and just say some sweet things sometimes goes a really long way. So the cards keep falling out. Okay, I'm going to just pull some Amira Love Oracle cards for you, Aquarius. So that was a really quick reading. I mean, it could have been interpreted in different ways, but that was the most obvious. Obvious interpretation. Yeah, decision. And the Queen of Wands. So yeah, I'm definitely making a decision, and I don't think it's easy, and it's not, maybe not a nice one with it being in reverse. But the Six of Wands does say that, you know, you are still feeling quite positive. I think it's boosted your confidence a little bit. Maybe this person's attention. Yeah, and it makes you feel good. You know, I think this person makes you feel good, but you know that ultimately maybe it's not what you really want. So they are a true gem. So you do see them as quite special. This is possibly you as the obstacle. I always see this card as an air sign, especially with the light blue eyes, the fair hair, and all the clouds up there. It's representing an air sign man. Okay, so your partner does see you as very far away. So this could be like not being able to travel somewhere, and this person may be getting tired or waiting around for you to finally make that journey, because it's long distance that seems to be keeping you together. Maybe it's the actual part of the attraction is the fact that you are actually friends. So the fact that you've never kissed or that you've never been intimate, yet you've been together so often, it can maybe there's some sort of tension that's created because of that, and it kind of keeps this kind of passion going in some way. So we've got dark male. They see you as the dark male. They see you as quite mysterious, quite sexy, and flirtatious, but very sensual and very down to earth. So they do see you as very attractive. They see you as pretty hot, if you're a guy watching this especially. Yeah. And you see them as fun times. So I think, yeah, you see them, sorry, they see you as fun times. Sorry, got mixed up. This is how you see them. So you may see them as very sexy, kind of dark, mysterious. And they see you as fun times. They have a lot of fun with you. And yeah, we've got twin flame at the base of the deck. So yeah, major lessons to be learnt in this relationship. Whatever lessons you do learn will definitely help you grow and have much greater, more fulfilling relationships in the future. Spirit is saying, don't forget this is a true gem. This is the spiritual advice position. So it's like the Spirit is saying, don't forget that this person is important. This person may be worth considering. This person is a true gem. So there's someone that you can trust, someone that you can call a real friend. So don't forget that. The obstacle for you is the obstacle. Or what you're learning this month is that sometimes maybe there's obstacles that you can't get around. You know, you're learning to see, maybe it's a bit like that serenity prayer where you recognize what you can change and recognize what you can't, and also having the courage to change what you know you can. So being able to spot the difference. And maybe you're kind of going through that where you're realizing there's some things that you just can't change. There's certain obstacles that just can't be resolved for whatever reason, i.e. I just can't help it. I see you as a friend and that's really it. Or I see you as a family member and it's like, I can't get around that. You know, some obstacles are there for a reason. And I think you're recognizing that. Your partner is learning about dating. So they may be quite new to this, or they're learning lessons around dating, learning lessons around, you know, when you're dating someone, you date for a little bit, it might not work out. Come the third date, you might not want to see each other again. Or also learn that you got to kiss a few, let's not say frogs, let's say kiss a few hands. Someone kisses your hand? No, I don't know. But you know, you've got to kind of go through a few experiences before you figure it out and before you find someone that you can really settle with. So I think your partner is like kind of has to learn how to kind of not get so emotionally attached, and understand that in dating you have to kind of not get your emotions involved until, you know, the right time really comes. And maybe they've kind of gone in head first a little bit, or maybe they really are just really wanting to date. Like I said, they don't want to be on their own. They really are trying to get themselves out there and find someone. and they're blaming themselves. They think it's them. They think that like, they've got a problem, and really it's just maybe they're just not meeting the right people, you know, or they're fishing too close to home kind of thing with friends and stuff, and they maybe need to kind of get out there. So they're learning lessons around dating. So yeah, but you're both learning major lessons with the twin flame card here, and also with the major arcanas that kept coming out. I do feel that, and also your card came out as the first card. So I do feel like this is still a significant connection, and that you are probably best advised to take heed to any lessons that you're learning at the moment, because they may really be useful to you in the future, and really give you a lot of insight into maybe how you're conducting your relationships, what you want out of relationships, like where you are even in your life. Like there's a lot to be learned. So yeah, take it all in, and I hope that you know, figure it out and it all works out well. As I said, if you did want your own reading, you can email me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. I'd be more than happy to throw the cards for you. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Etsy. Etsy is where I sell my merchandise. So this would be for you, Aquarius. Lovely postcard that you can send to yourself on your birthday or to another Aquarius that you know. But as you see, there's a card here for every sign. I also sell cups as well. There's my coffee in there. So yeah, there's lots of cool kind of spiritual things on the Etsy shop that I'm sure that you'll be interested in. If you've got any ideas that you'd like to see, again, let me know. But yeah, otherwise, take good care, and I will speak to you very soon. Good luck. Bye.